Aloha everybody and welcome back to part 14 of Mystical Ninja starring Goemon. So we just finished the submarine dungeon, we beat the boss, but wouldn't you know it, they didn't actually have a miracle item. Apparently the Flake Gang henchman said that he was visiting the Kansai region, and specifically Zazen Town, and he dropped the trinket here. Well, when I think about trinkets, I think about the collector of Benkei. Excuse me, Mr. Benkei, I'd like to ask you something. Would you not have something called a miracle item?
Huh? A miracle? No, I'm sorry, I don't have any such thing. But maybe he would have it.
Uh-huh, and who could that be?
Well, there is the collector with a collection even greater than mine. I believe his name was Hachi.
Where can we find this Mr. Hachi?
He lives on the center pond of Zazen Town.
And that's easy enough to find, because, you know, we have the two shopping districts, and in between them, the bridge that combines those areas is the bamboo corridor with the pond. So yeah, we just gotta go up to the pond and face it, and that's where we're gonna be meeting this Mr. Hachi.
What'd you say? What do you want with me, the mighty water imp Hachi?
I'm sorry to bother you, but do you remember picking up an unusual item around here?
Maybe you're referring to this odd item I picked up the other day.
Is that a fact? If that's true, can you give it to us?
Get real! You don't just ask to get something for nothing. Try carving the word world into that piece of rock, and tell me out loud what you have.
Hey, that's pretty tough. It's no easy task to carve world on here.
It's a tough world!
This dialogue is so weird sometimes. Please reconsider. We really need that item.
It's so hard to say no to someone so cute as you. Alright, I'll give it to you if you bring me my favorite food.
Your favorite food?
Yes, my favorite food. Farewell.
Now this is where players are going to get stumped because he doesn't actually specify what his favorite food is, so you have to go back and talk to him again.
Cucumber.
And then you think, well, where do I find that? Who do I talk to about that? Talk to him again, and you'll get your answer.
Cucumber that the priest's son makes.
Okay, thank you. Because I remember as a kid, I just immediately left the conversation and I had no idea what I was looking for. Favorite food? From where? Who has it? I don't know. I don't even know what he likes. But you have to talk to Hachi, the Kappa water imp. You gotta talk to him twice to know to go to the Golden Temple, which is where we got Abisumaru's shrinking ability. And then we can talk to the priest here. So you've come to listen to my sermon? No. Where is your son? You want to see my son? My son's gone to watch the big sacred fire. You'll find him at Mount Nyugatakata. Kara said it.
Nyoigatake.
It won't be quite that simple. To get to the big fire of Mount Nyugatakata, only those with extensive training who can jump unimaginable heights will be able to proceed. Do you think you could do that? I might as well try. Wow, I admire your spirit. Let's begin with the training then. In Bizen of the Chugoku region, there is a locked warehouse. Inside that warehouse is a training gym, and here is the key to that gym. Why do I need a key to get into this gym? That doesn't make any sense. So, this gym operates with a locked door that nobody can enter unless they visit the priest who has the key, and he just gives it to random strangers whenever they want to train and increase their jumping ability at these gyms. I don't think this gym would be making a lot of money if they're collecting money at all. They don't ask money from me, so I don't know. It's just very strange. Either way, you immediately leave and go to Bizen, and the warehouse is like right there. You don't have to go far at all. Have you come to take on this training? It wouldn't be for you. It's gotta be someone with triangular eyebrows and a round head. What the hell are the requirements here? I know what you're saying. Clement, it's a video game. It's a video game. I know it's a video game, but come on. So you gotta be Sasuke, obviously. And yeah, now this is where he gets his innate ability. Everyone else has theirs, you know, whether it's shrinking, turning into a mermaid, or turning into a Super Saiyan. Now Sasuke is going to gain the ability to jump much higher than every other character, which allows him to reach places that we couldn't before. So yeah. And this is just a straight-up platforming challenge. This might be the most fun training session of all of them, because you're just climbing up this pillar, and you got all of these platforms. Some of them are stationary, just standing there, and others slide in and out into the pillar, so you gotta time your jumps and make sure you don't screw up, otherwise it's a long drop, and we only have 99 seconds to get to the top. So, and God knows I stumble quite a bit myself. I'm not the most perfect, athletic, mechanical ninja doll ever. But, you know. I swear, sometimes it feels like the jump input doesn't work, though. I swear I pushed the jump button there and he just walked off. I swear it. There's no way to verify that. You know, you just have to take my word for it. But I know. I know in my soul of souls that I pushed the button and something happened and then the game was just like, no, no it didn't. No it didn't. How dare you, Konami? How dare you? Wasting my time! Actually, the time limit's not very strict. I can stumble like maybe 2 or 3 times and still manage to actually get to the top, no problem. But I think I failed this once when I was a kid, but I'm so adept to platformers. I love platformers so much that this is the bee's knees. This is what I love to do, so I was like pumped about this. Like, there are like platforming minigames in Mario Party, and whenever my friends challenge me to that, they get their asses handed to them. Like, there was one in, I think, Mario Party 3 where, like, a beanstalk, like, goes up to the sky and you're, like, jumping between the leaves and clouds and stuff, and you have to get all the way to the top, and, like, higher than everyone else anyway. And I would always win that like it was nobody's business. I like to brag, I know. You're watching The Great Clemente. But either way, folks, yes, Sasuke now has the ability to jump super, super high. Although, really, he just gets a jetpack, as you can see. Like, he gets a gray thing that pops out from his back. So I'm not sure what muscles we built. He's a mechanical doll, so there's no way he could build muscles. But I guess we unlocked some latent ability in his circuits, in his mainframe, in his circuit board. I don't know. He's a mechanical being. I don't know how they get these jetpacks, but now he has a jetpack. It doesn't go all the way to the top. You can't do it forever, but, you know, it still reaches pretty high spots that you wouldn't normally. And apparently this mountain is where Akuma lives. I know, that's the symbol for heaven. I know. I'm just thinking about Street Fighter, that's all. That symbol is also on Don Corneo's bed in Final Fantasy VII. So, yeah. Anywho, there's the guy. Once you jump up here, he has the cucumber. You've come all the way here. What do you want? To see the big sacred fire, duh. Well, beautiful, isn't it? Yes, it is. Anywho, do you have Kihachi's favorite? Huh? About the cucumber? Oh, did you want some of the cucumber I grew? Yes. Okay, I'll sell it to you for 800 Rio. Jesus. This is a lot of people's, like, grinding point, where, like, they don't have 800 Rio when they get to this point, so you have to grind and grind and grind and grind in order to get that money, because there's no other way to get that quality cucumber otherwise. And, yeah, it can be a bit of a roadblock, but luckily I had more than enough. And again, I didn't really grind at all. I didn't, like, do anything off-screen to get that money. I just played through the game normally and didn't buy armor, didn't buy food, didn't spend my money at the inn sleeping and recovering my hearts. Because, you know, it's not the most challenging game in the world. I can hold on to my money. I don't need to throw it all willy-nilly as Goemon. Fuck it. Fuck it. Yeah. You may have heard that, like, bop sound when I first attempted. If you're moving at all, you can't do the jump. You have to be standing still. Yes, that's it! And just like that, we now have the miracle item. Booyah! Farewell! Nice seeing you, Mr. Kappa. So I push pause, and you'll notice in the bottom right, we have all 4 miracle items. Each character has all 3 of their unique weapons. And we also still have the cucumber, apparently. Look, it's right down there. We have the cucumber. So what, we were just supposed to show him that we had a cucumber? And then he just goes, ah, sweet, my favorite food. Okay, you can take it back now. Here's the miracle item. You won my riddle. You won my quiz. You won my test. I think it was a design oversight. I think it was a flaw, but either way. Now, folks, we're at the end of the game. We have to bring the 4 miracle items to the stone altar of Ugo in order to go to outer space and face off with Spring Breeze Dancin' and Kitty Lily, the big bad Peach Mountain Shoguns, and end this once and for all. However, I want to do cleanup before we go. So the rest of this video is just going to be cleanup, and it's actually not that much. I only have a few fortune cats that I need to collect, but right there in Zazen Town, the only way to get above this area is with Sasuke's jump. So I've been waiting for this very moment in order to get that fortune cat. So, yeah, a lot of the abilities that I needed to get these fortune cats I get way later, like Yai's mermaid ability, Sasuke's super high jump, you know. And I'm revisiting a lot of dungeons, practically every dungeon actually. The only one I'm not revisiting is the submarine, which again disappears after you clear it, so I can't go back to it. So even if I wanted to, I can't return to that particular dungeon. But yes, past Benkei, we remember Yamato. This is where we went to Awaji Island and met up with Koryuta the dragon. But there is another fortune cat hidden here that we couldn't get the first time around. So now I'm going to be Yai, and you'll notice there's a whole bunch of bodies of water, river streams in Yamato, right? And one of those river streams actually has an opening. It actually has a cave you can swim into, but we couldn't go underwater before, so now I'm going to do it today. I love the soundtrack so much. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I can't help it. I gush when I like things. I gush when I like things. Just ask my girlfriend. Oh my god. I think. But, yeah. So we just swim into this cave, and at the very end is a fortune cat. So, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Oh, I'm Michael Caine. Not Michael Caine. My Cocaine. My Cocaine. That's my name. And we got ourselves another heart. You know you have all the fortune cats you can possibly collect when you have 18 of 20 hearts. So I only need 4 more fortune cats before I can go on to the final area, which has the remaining 2 hearts for me to collect. And right here, I actually returned to Oedo Town, the very first area of the game. I technically could have gotten this fortune cat in Part 1. Part 1, because you don't need any special abilities to get it. But from the pathway to Masashi, the gateway to Masashi, where the 4th breaking guardsmen are, you just jump in the river, and there is a fortune cat on a suspended platform. Easy peasy. Now I'm back in Oedo Castle. The requirement for this fortune cat was that I had to beat the Congo boss, because his body is throughout the whole entire castle, right? He has a big stone body, so you see his body, you see his arms, you see his feet, and all that stuff. But when you destroy Congo, he goes up, and then he's out of the castle. And this giant gap with the star blocks, I can now go across it. There was originally a hand preventing me from doing so. Now I can do it. And beyond this door is, well, a fortune cat. Plus lots of cash. Lots of cash. Not sure what the symbol it is spelling out is. Someone in the comments will be happy to tell me. I also know that the boss from the last part, the giant Saisamba 2, yeah, that guy has been in a previous Goemon game, one that was not released in North America, so I was right. My instincts were right. I looked it up in a wiki. That was a recurring character from a previous Goemon game, so yeah. Anywho, back at the Ghost Toys Castle, just before you get to the switch that activates the crane game, you come up to this body of water with all these shogi pieces, and now we have the mermaid ability, so let's swim underneath all of this shogi. And that's where we find the fortune cat. Booyah! Only one more to go! And the last one is in the Festival Temple Castle. So, You go to the right pathway, you go to where the body of water and the spike balls are, you go to the next room, and the fortune cat is in there. However, I was not adept at jumping really, really high back then, so I couldn't actually reach it my first go around, and that's why I skipped it. Now I have the ability to jump super high with my jetpack, so I can actually reach it with Sasuke. The nice thing about all these castles is that you can instantly warp to them with Koryuta the dragon. Like, there is a teleport travel point at the front door, so I didn't actually have to do too much backtracking in order to get to these points. But booyah, ladies and gentlemen, another fortune cat. I now have 18 hearts, and the remaining cats, the remaining 5, one of which is a golden one, are all in the final dungeon of the whole entire game. So yeah, folks, we're coming to the end. That's it. Next time, we head to the stone altar of Ugo to face off with the big bads for the final time. Till then.